Mila Rose and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a brand new video for you all about the ultimate guide to productivity, at least one guide that I have established because it worked so well for me, too well for me. So I wanted to share the secret with you babes today. So I want to start this video out with a question. Do you have so many ideas or so many projects or so many things that you want to get done in 1 month or 2 months, and you just don't seem to have the time to fit everything in to get them all done, or you're procrastinating them, or you're just not organized enough to actually go through them all? I have a 30-day challenge for you babes to follow for January 2022 or February or March or April. Any month that you want, you can start this challenge, you can do this challenge. The guide to ultimate productivity is here for you babes today, right now. So I originally started doing this challenge for myself as part of a Christmas advent calendar last year. And basically what I did was I took 30 days. I think I only did 5 days a week of actual launches, but I was working vigorously pretty much every single day, pretty much until Christmas, to get these launches done. And what I found was when I set aside weeks and I actually decided what I wanted to launch realistically for each week, and I set aside the time to be able to do those things, to accomplish them for those launches every week, I was actually able to push myself enough to get these things done, and I got so much accomplished in a single month. I love this so much. It worked so well for me. So starting in March of 2021, I was doing this without a Christmas advent calendar. I was setting myself up a calendar every single month of things that I wanted to launch, things that I wanted to get done, what YouTube videos that I wanted to film, what cosplay videos that I wanted to film, what photo sets that I wanted to edit and launch. And what I found was challenging myself to a month long of launches and releases in weekly breakdowns was the ultimate way to be productive. So what did I do? I kept doing it over and over and over again because it just works, or at least for me, it worked incredibly well. I do want to put a disclaimer for everyone who wants to give this a try. You probably don't want to be doing this every single month back to back. Or if you do, don't do it so intensely on yourself. The number one thing that you don't want to achieve by doing this is a burnout. And 1 month may be fine. You can get through the month and then you can celebrate and take time off. But if you do it a full month and then you restart the next month, that might be too much for you and you might end up seeing a burnout. So I would highly encourage anyone who wants to give this a try to maybe not do this 2 months back to back, maybe every other month at best would be ideal. Also, another note, if anyone wants to do launches, you might be wanting to launch things for the next month. So just a vague example, for 2022, you want to launch your own Christmas advent calendar. Maybe focus on getting everything edited for launches for December, but doing all the work in November. So you are planning out, scheduling out everything out in November, doing all the work in November, and then December, you are celebrating with your family, you are taking your holidays off, you are having Christmas and New Year's with your family, with yourself, with your significant other, whoever, your pets, but you are taking that time off so you're not working in December, and you also have everything ready to go for launching in December, and you don't have to be as stressed out because everything's already been done in the month of November. Another example is if you want a 4th of July launch and a whole bunch of summer July launches, you would be doing this for June launches. You'd be doing all the work in June and everything will be launched in July. Just an example and just a thought and idea so that you don't have to overburden yourself, overstress yourself out, and you can do everything in advance. If you've noticed that people who do like bikini calendars and stuff like that, they are shooting bikini shoots in like the middle of winter in a bikini, but the launch is happening in like spring or something. Like clothing lines will do this. They look natural in the photo, like it actually is that season, but it probably isn't that season because they have to do this in advance. And you can do that too with your own launches. So you might be sitting here right now thinking, I want to do this. I want to try this. I want to challenge myself. I want 30 days to be incredibly productive and get a whole bunch of stuff done. How do I get started? It's actually pretty simple and it's really fun. So I'm gonna walk you through the process, or at least how I do it for myself. So number one, you're going to need a pen and paper or pencil paper, something to write down your ideas with. Generally, I do mention that it is way more time consuming to do things digitally. Typing things out, you can copy and cut and paste and etc. But when it comes to writing things out with an actual pen or pencil and paper, I find that there's a different mode to it. Your brain is working different. I don't know. Am I just weird? I don't know. It works for me, and I find that it makes a world of a difference in terms of my inspiration, creativity, etc. But maybe you still want to use your phone or a computer to do this. That is completely your choice. I just personally really like using pen and paper to write down my notes, my ideas. I feel more creative, I feel more inspired. So the number one thing you're going to be needing is a list of ideas, a list of things, a list of tasks, a list of launches. You're gonna have to brainstorm, you're gonna have to need ideas. Maybe you already have a lot of things on the back burner, but for an entire month, maybe you need to create ideas. If you haven't watched my previous video, I've given kind of so much credit to Lewis House on YouTube, the School of Greatness YouTube podcast. I love his content so much. And someone on one of his podcasts mentioned that they're always writing ideas and challenges people to write 10 ideas every single day. And I think that that is so cool. I don't necessarily do that, but it really does get your brain working. And ideas are the grounds for create. As a content creator, I need to have ideas. I need to have ideas so that I can create things out of those ideas. So ideas are so fundamentally important. So you're gonna need ideas. No matter what it is that you're planning on doing for your launches, it could be physical goods, it could be digital goods, it could be anything. It could be whatever it is that you want it to be, but create ideas. Have a piece of paper or again, your computer, whatever it is, and brainstorm and write down all of these ideas. You might not even end up doing all of them, but just brainstorm and come up with as many ideas as you can. Maybe give yourself like an hour that you're just gonna sit down, meditate, relax, and think of everything that you want to create. And maybe days down the line, you're gonna come up with more ideas that you wanna add to this list. Step number two, this is when you start actually organizing everything. You have a whole bunch of ideas. Some of them you're not so sure of. Some of them you really wanna do. Some of them it's kind of like filler space because you're like, these will be kind of easy and they'll be kind of neat and they'll be really just easy to throw in there. So I'm gonna do them. You have 4 weeks for whatever month it is that you're choosing to do this challenge in. Now we're breaking down all of these ideas and we're fitting them into weekly categories of time. So whatever you're gonna be launching for the first week, whatever you're gonna be launching for the second week, the third week, the fourth week, you're gonna be choosing the order in which you want to launch these essentially. And that is also going to be the order in which you are getting these things done, completing these tasks. So definitely start out with those ideas that are just burning, that are just, I have to do this. I have to get this done. This is an amazing idea, or I love this idea, or I think this idea is the best idea, or these ideas are going to be the best ideas that I have on my list. Maybe you don't want to launch them all in 1 week though, so maybe choose at least one of these ideas per week's launch. These are your big launches, your main launches for each week. You might want to have at least one big launch every week. And it's okay if the rest of your week is more so filler launches or smaller launches, but have one big, delicious launch for every single week of your challenge month. You can have them in an order that makes sense to you or however you want to do it. I actually used to want to be in game development, game design as an artist, and I actually read this guide that basically stated kind of a flow of how a play performance would go or something like that, how to engage your audience the best and what flows best. It's been a while since I read it, but it started out something like the first thing will be kind of explosive in your face. You're gonna love the first part of it, and then the second part might die down a little bit. Third part might pick up, fourth part might dip a little bit, the fifth part might pick up, then dip a bit, and then your finale is through the roof. So you start out strong, you end phenomenally, and you're kind of having an up and down spur throughout the rest of the time. That's what I read in the document, something like that anyway. But you can actually apply it to anything in terms of what is entertaining, a performance, a month of launches. So step number 2 is all about breaking your month into these segments. How are you going to divide up your ideas? This might also be the step that you are tossing some ideas. This might also be the step where you decide you don't have a complete list of ideas, or you need at least that one idea that will just solidify everything and will be amazing, and you might have to sit on that for a little bit. That might be another reason why maybe January is a month to brainstorm these things for you. February might be the month to get to work, and maybe March will be the month that you are launching all of these things. Make sure to post these on all of your social media so everyone knows to expect them, because let me tell you, a little bit of stress can be really healthy, and that will definitely give you a little bit of stress to kick yourself in the butt and get moving, because you're gonna want to get these things done for all of these eager and excited individuals who want these launches to happen and on time. It might sound a little scary, but that's kind of the point. You want to hold yourself accountable for all these people and for yourself. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I find that this challenge works incredibly well, is because you have someone or people or an audience and yourself holding you accountable to do the things that you said that you are going to do. So more than likely, you're gonna get these things done. It's the perfect storm. This is something that you can do to help anticipate the launches, which will build your following and the excitement and the engagement, and will also help keep you accountable for getting these things done. Get busy. You now have a whole month ahead of you to get all of these things done, whether it be editing photos, filming videos, and make sure you do these things following your breakdown, your weekly breakdown. Everything that you said you're gonna launch in week 1, get them done in order. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is going to be exhausting, this is going to be arduous, this is going to be a test of endurance. But by the end of the 30 days, you can look back at everything that you have completely done, and you can watch the launches roll out and feel so good about yourself for accomplishing so many tasks. Might be a lot of little tasks and a couple big tasks, but at the end of the day, you can give yourself a big pat on the back, go to a fancy dinner, whatever it is that you want to do to make you feel great about yourself. But definitely celebrate your accomplishments, celebrate your achievements, even in the smallest ways possible. Make sure that you are congratulating yourself, because after the end of the 30 days, you have done a lot of work and you deserve it. As a wrap up, I know this will require a lot of work, a lot of discipline, and a lot of commitment. But I believe in you, babes, and you should believe in yourself too, because you have what it takes to be incredible, amazing, and have amazing launches and have amazing ideas to launch and to work towards. You can use this challenge and restart this challenge whenever you have a bunch of ideas or you just want to get productive again and bust out a whole bunch of amazing ideas and launches. But again, as a reminder, try not to do this month to month, back to back. It is too exhausting, it is too overwhelming, and you do not want to burn yourself out. If you watched my last video of all about getting yourself out of a slump, the last thing you want to do is burn yourself out and put yourself back in that position. So if you are taking an entire month to be doing something like this, make sure that your following month you are giving yourself loads and loads of self-care and tons of breaks and relaxation. And by the way, it is completely appropriate and acceptable to work half a year and be off half the year. When I was going to school for 3D animation and modeling, one of my instructors actually stated that a lot of people in the industry that are animators or modelers actually do work 6 months off and 6 months on, and basically 6 months of lots and lots of work and making, meeting deadlines, and then 6 months of just vacation, chilling, being home, relaxing, etc. And that is something that you can do when you're doing this kind of a challenge. If you're doing every other month, you can practically be on 1 month and off the other for an entire year. If that's how you want to live your life, you can by all means do that. There's apparently a lot of people and a lot of professions that find success in this manner and to enjoy it. Not saying it's for everyone, but it's definitely something worth mentioning if it's something you want to give a try. I hope this video was incredibly informative and motivational and inspirational. I have so much fun with these challenges, even though they're so exhausting sometimes. They can be so much fun. To me personally, I find passion in creating things, and even though it can be exhausting, it gives me a lot of joy to create. And I hope you babes can find fun with this too. It can be so much fun to be creative and to show the world your creative side. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, turning on that notification bell so you don't miss videos like this one. I already have another video that's going to be launching pretty soon. That's going to be another guide type video. So if you're a little bit bored of the cosplays, I get you. You really want that information that's going to help you be successful. I have so many more videos like that coming. So definitely have that bell on down below so you don't miss the next one. And I'll see you babes really soon with another video. Bye for now, till next time.